Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
I meant for your new yourself.
Doing well too as well. Yeah. So before, so let you are still in pre. The timing is confusing. We are still in pre New York, so lending open will start around 8 o'clock. So you are still in pre lending. I was thinking like lending open will start in the next like 7 o'clock. Not knowing you are still in pre lending. Not knowing you are still in pre lending. We are still in pre lending. I was thinking like in the next this thing. So 7 o'clock is going to be the lending open. That's all what I was thinking. So that means you need to be very patient when it comes to the execution. You need to be very patient when it comes to the execution. What do you call it? Okay. All right. Yeah, so the London Open will be open around 8 a.m. GMT. You get it? 8 a.m. GMT. So you're having like an hour and some minutes to the time. So I think so we are still in pre-lending. We are still in pre-lending. So we need to be very, very patient with. So let's see. So actually the analysis, the fundamental analysis for this morning. The fundamental analysis for this morning. So this today is Monday. We are going to be having euro. We are going to be having card. So bank holidays during the New York session. And when it comes to the lending session, we are having euro bank holidays. So today is more of bank holidays. Bank holidays. All right. So let's see the fundamental. Let's check out the technical analysis and see what will be happening. So let's move to the hourly time chart and see. So you're having like 9 minutes for the lending session to for the pre-lending to start and out to the pre-lending. So okay, so let's break down USD CHF and see what will be happening. I hope those on YouTube, my network is stable. Okay. All right, so this is the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, so this is USD CHF. Okay, it looks like there was an opportunity on USD CHF. So last Friday, the trade you took, the thing decided to come down and later moved in our favor. So like everything went in our favor. Everything moved according to the way we plan. So it's part of the market. You can't do anything about it. So sometimes everything will align, but it will decide to go other way. So that's not your problem. That's not your fault to fix. It's just the market condition. So you just have to adapt. All right. So you just have to adapt. So yesterday, as I explained during the Sunday market talk, I explained since this candle has closed with what? A bullish momentum candle. So we call this a bullish momentum candle. Okay, because of the size, because of the body of the candle, it's closed with what? A bullish momentum candle. So it is telling you that the next candle, the chances that the next candle is going to continue with a strong bullish confirmation is very, very high. You get, because it has closed with what? A strong bullish what? Candle. You get it? It has closed with a strong bullish candle. So the chances that the next candle is going to continue is very, very high. The next candle is going to continue. The bullish trend is very, very high. So as I explained, so currently the trend is what? An uptrend. The trend is what? An uptrend. So let's move to the daily time frame and see. So on the daily time frame, we are currently having what? A support over here. A support over there. So moving to the H4 time frame. If you look left, there's no so we have another resistance over here. Another support. Okay, so I think the candle has broken above the zone. The candle has broken above the zone. The H4 candle has broken above the zone. So the H4 is not giving us an entry. So the best way should have been what? Waiting for a red test. Okay, waiting for a retest, then we execute. So now this is what we are going to do for USD CHF. Let me check the H1 time frame and see. Looking left, you're having a lot of rejections on the H1 time frame. A lot of rejection. Okay. So one thing I'm going to advise of is for us to wait for the H1 candle to close. I think that will be the best way to go by. So I'm going to wait. So let me say I'm going to wait for the H1 candle to close before I will execute. Okay, because we're having rejection over here. So if you decide to buy now, I think it's not going to be an appropriate way. So the M32 is looking good. The M30 is looking good. Should I go in aggressively? The M30 is looking good, but the zone is not that wide. So you see, like the last Friday, imagine like if the trade didn't stop us out, the trend would have been moving by now. You get it? The trend would have been moving. You would have still been in the trade by now. But the market stopped us out. Yeah, so the H4 candle has closed. You get it? The H4 candle has broken through the zone. The H4 candle has broken through the zone. Looking at the H4 time frame, price too has broken out from the consolidation zones. Price has broken through the consolidation zones. So the M30 is looking good. Looking at the M30 time frame, let me check the stop loss. So the stop loss is going to be in case entry 9 pips. Those two. So the chances that price is just going to fill this wick, which is very small zone, is very high. So I want to get the entry, like get in very early. So let me check the stop loss level. Moving at the M30. Yeah. So if you are looking left, a lot of rejection candles. So price was moving up, got rejected over here. Price was moving up, got rejected over here. Price was moving, got rejected. The same candle too did the same thing. Okay, so that means this level, there was a strong level over here. So this rejection is telling you that there was a strong level over here. There was a strong level over there, but the H4 candle has broken through the zone. The H4 candle has broken through the zone. Okay, so it's left with some few seconds for this candle to close. You get it? It's left with some few seconds for this candle to close. So the best way to go The best way to go by it is what? For us to let's wait for let's see how the M30 candle is going to close. It's looking good, but the H4 candle is we're having a lot of rejection candles at the H4 time frame, which we need to be very careful. And one thing too is what when it comes to rejection candle, we are in what volume time. The time of the day can push price break out from these zones. Okay, the time of the day. So we are in volume time, so price can just break out. But the best way would have been what if the H4 close with what a bearish candle, and the next candle closing above is going to be. So sometimes, even though you've seen the same thing happening over and over again, but you need to think before you execute. Okay, you need to think before. So now, when you come to the candle, the M30 candle has broken below the previous candle dip. Okay, it has broken. So you need to wait for it to break. I want to go in aggressively. I wanted to enter aggressively. I wanted to enter using the M30 time frame to enter aggressively. Because looking at the H4 time frame, I just want price to make a flip. Okay, price to just make a flip to fill this zone. That's what I wanted it to happen. I want price to make a flip to fill this zone. So by the time, if I get a trade early, by the time price will get here, I will break even. Then what? But the target is at this point. The target is at this point. So one thing you need to understand about this trade that we are looking for. Okay, so the H12 has broken. So I think the H12 has broken. One thing you need to understand is this is a strong zone. So it can just get rejected and come back again. So one thing you need to understand about this zone is when it comes to the various time frame alliance, like as in all the time frame align, looking at the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is currently an uptrend. Price made higher high, higher low, higher high. So price is currently an uptrend. Okay, so this is the point it got invalidated. This is the point it got invalidated. So talking about the time frame analysis, the confluences, the weekly is the weekly is an uptrend. Looking to the daily time frame, looking at the daily time frame, so the daily time frame is currently the daily time frame too is an uptrend. So the daily time frame too is also an uptrend. The daily time frame is also an uptrend. You get it? So it broke out from the zone, made a red test and trend continuation. So this continuation is what we wanted to enter last Friday, and price decided to make some deep pullback before moving in our favor. We wanted to enter this breakout, this continuation, because anytime price will break out from consolidation and makes a pullback, we are going to expect when it pulls back. So we entered a buy last Friday for the trend to continue, for the trend to rally up, but we decided to get stopped out before price moved in our favor. So we had a second chance to enter. By the time of the day wasn't favorable for us. The time of the day wasn't favorable, so we decided to let it go. You get it? We decided to let it go. On Friday, we had opportunity when price broke out. We had opportunity to enter the continuation of the trend, to enter the buy, but we got stopped out. So moving to the H4 time frame. Moving to the H42 is an uptrend. You get it? H42 is an uptrend. Yeah, so one thing is what we are having these zones over here. You get it? We are having the daily zone. So let me clean it for. So we're having the daily area of or daily what area of interest or rejectional level. We are having daily rejectional level. So if you move to the H4 time frame, so you see the level that rejected the daily price, the level that it rejected the daily candles, this level was the same level that's what rejected got rejected at the H4 time frame. So the same level, the level what has fallen on the H4 time frame. So the daily in H4 is having the same level. You get it? So this is the daily level, this is the H4 level. And you see the candle has broken through all these zones. The candle has broken through all the zones. The candle has broken through all the zones. You get it? This candle has broken through all the zones. So when it happens like that, we just have to go to the lower time frame. So the lower time frame to what? Is an uptrend. Price moved higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So now currently retesting on the daily what area of interest. So this is what so now the weekly time frame is what? An uptrend, daily uptrend, H4 uptrend, H1 uptrend. Okay, so now what we can do, the best we can do is what? Either we're going to wait for what? We are going to wait for this candle to close, because looking at the M30, if you take the flip, you're having a lot of rejection. So when price is in an uptrend like this, you need to wait for price to give you a first turn, because the previous candle is what? A bearish candle. Okay, the previous candle is a bearish candle. So you need to wait for the candle, for a bullish candle to close. You need to wait for a bullish candle to what? To close before you execute. You get it? This candle hasn't closed yet, so we are going to wait patiently for the candle to close. So either H1 candle, which is going to align with what? Lending open, or what? The M30 candle. Because currently, when it comes to the H1 time frame, we're having this rejection level over here. So we're having rejection. Okay, at the H1 time frame, and the previous candle closed bearish candle. So it is not giving you a sign that price is going to continue the bullish. The bullish continuation is going to continue. Okay, price is not giving you any sign. So the best we can wait is what? Is for us to wait for either the M30 candle or the H1 candle to close. Then we make a decision. Okay, because if you are taking a buy over here, it's going to be an impulsive. So the way the reason why you are not taking the entry on H4 time frame is because of what? The H4 time frame, the way it's closed. See, it's closed with what? It gave us what? A long upper wick. Okay, it gave us a long upper wick. You could have even taken a buy if you're having a short upper wick, and the candle has already made a flip, so we can't take the continuation. So we just have to move to the lower time frame and wait for the candles to close before we execute. So let's wait for the candle to close. it will be better, because the previous candle, if you move to the M30 time frame, the previous candle closed with what? A bearish candle. If you move to the H1 time frame, the previous candle closed with what? A bearish candle. So the best way to go by this is what? Is to wait for the time frames, the various time frames, to give you a bullish candle for the continuation. So I'm going to wait for the candle to close. So this movement can just be a flip, okay? Because if you look at the previous candle, the ongoing candle has broken the previous candle dip. So what can happen is what? It can just be a flip, and what? The trend will continue. You can see is you can still be seeing what? Bearish candle. So the best way is to wait for the candle to close and retake the buy. Then we take the buy. So last Friday, if not the stop outs, you would have still been in profit by now. So that's the advantage of what? Trading with the trend. You normally catch big moves. If you are fortunate to get a trade, you are going to catch big moves in the market. That's the advantage of what? Trading with the trend. When all the time frames are in your favor, you get big moves. So last Friday we missed out because of what? Because of just this pullback. This candle did that shake. This candle just pulled back and what? Decided to continue. You would have even still been in the trade. You would have still been in the trade. You wouldn't have suffered too. So we are going to wait for the candle to close. If you wait for the candle to close, then so now the M30 candle, the M30 candle has broken above this one. But when it comes to price move heading up, we're having a lot of rejection over here. So rejection. Okay, we're having a lot of rejection over here. So the best we can do is what? If for us to wait for the candle to break above. So when it comes to the H1 time frame, yeah, so price has currently got into this H1 resistances. Okay, price has got into this H1 resistances. So it will be better. Like, price is not giving us a good entry. There's no good entry over here. There's no good entry. There's no good entry. So let's move to GBP USD and see. It's still consolidating. So moving to GBP USD. Moving to GBP USD, coming to the weekly time frame. So looking at the looking at GBP USD, looking at the weekly time frame. So we're having a support over here. We're having a support over here. We're having another support over here at the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame is what? Currently, the weekly time frame is currently an uptrend. Sorry, a downtrend rather. The weekly time frame is a downtrend. Moving to the H4 time frame. Sorry, moving to the weekly time frame. So as I said yesterday, that's what, even though it is giving us what, an indecision candle, but we can have a this week to get filled price retesting on this one, then it will continue, or price is either going to continue. So indecision, anything can happen in the market. When it comes to indecision, anything can happen. You get it? When it comes to indecision, anything can happen. So it can just move down or it can move up. It depends on the condition of the market. So we haven't. Okay. So the weekly time frame is a downtrend. The various confluences. The weekly time frame is what? An uptrend. The daily time frame. The daily time frame. So currently it is consolidating. Currently price is consolidating. I hope you people can see. Currently price is consolidating. You don't know whether price is up or down. So let's try and price moved up, came back again, retested, made a pullback. The trend is continuing, but we're having a lot of rejection. So GBP USD is currently in what? A consolidation phase. It's in a ranging. It's ranging currently. You get it. So the daily time frame is also what? Sorry, the weekly is a downtrend rather. The weekly is a downtrend. The weekly is a downtrend. Daily is also a downtrend. Daily is also a downtrend. H42. So let's move to the H4 time frame. So if you can see, we're having this rejection level. This is daily time frame rejectional level. Okay, this is daily time frame rejectional level. So we need to be very, very patient. And one thing we need to understand is what the election is over. The rapid movement in price, those things are over. Okay, the election is over. So I think you need to be very patient and get the right trade, the right setup to trade. You shouldn't have to be what rushing the game. You need to be patient and you get right setup to trade, because the election is over. Those chaos is over. So I think we can be getting a nice opportunity to be trading them. So you just have to be patient and wait for the right thing to happen. So currently price is on a support. Okay, price is on a support. So when you move to the H4 time frame, H4 time frame is not okay, but the zone is small. So price has currently retested on a zone. A break and retest, one of my favorite trade setup. This is my favorite trade setup. My A plus. Okay, price has broken out. A candle has broken out, made a retest. What are you expecting? A trend continuation. This is my favorite setup, creating a support and what? Continuation. But one thing we need to understand is what? The zone is not that big. You get it? The zone is not that big. Let me measure the zone. Wow, 17 pips. It's okay. Yeah, it has also retested. So let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. Let me show you people something. Okay, so if you people can remember the trade we took the other time. So one thing you need to understand is what? Stick to your strategy. Okay, if you people can remember the trade, we took a trade like that and it failed, but now it is what? It is playing out. So you remember this trade? If you people can remember this trade, last 2 weeks we took this trade and it failed. Price gave us a support over here. Price created a support, closed with a bearish candle. You were expecting a continuation. Price failed to move up, but now the same thing is happening over here. Price has broken out, made a pullback, giving us what? A support, and now it is happening. Price is playing out. You get it? So you don't have to change your strategy. Okay, if you get 1 or 2 losses doesn't mean you need to change your strategy. A lot of people are confused. Okay, trading, sometimes losses are part of the game. Losses will happen. You don't have control over how price move. You don't have control over price movement. So you just have to be patient and stick to what works for you. Okay. So as I said, last 2 weeks you took the same trade. The same trade over here, it failed, but now it is playing out. You get it? It's just market dynamics. Just market dynamics. So stick to your plan, stick to your plan, stick to the plan. Okay, know what you are doing. Those who get confused are those who don't know they don't have trading plan. Let me put it this way. Those who are normally confused are the ones that they don't know. Don't have trading plan. So exactly the same thing is happening. But at this time, there was no entry. You get it? Even though the zone is looking good because price has currently retested on this key level, the weekly. It has retested on a weekly what? A weekly support. You get it? Price has retested, sorry, a weekly resistance. So when you move to the daily time frame, price has broken out, made a retest. What are you expecting? You're expecting this zone to get filled. You get it? So if you move to the H4 time frame too, so it's a nice trade, but there was no entry. I didn't even check it. I didn't even look at see it early. There was no entry. There's no entry. So price has what? Price broke the rate test, a trend continuation. Okay, it has created a support too. Sorry, it has created a resistance over here, but there was no entry. The way the candle closed, see how the candle closed. So you've taken the same trade over here. There was a similar trade that you took some time past. So you see this trade, you get it. It's the same thing, but this one the H4 gave us the entry. The way the candle closed gave us an entry to enter the buy. But this time, this one, the way the candle closed, it gave us a long. The previous candle gave us a long lower wick, which is going to be very difficult. So when it happens like that, you need to go to what? H1 time frame. H1 time frame has what? Has shifted structure, made a retest. And what is happening? Rate tested on the zone. So what is happening? A trend continuation, but there was no entry. You get it? There was no entry. There was no entry. Yeah, there was no entry. It's looking good for the buy for the sell, but there was no entry. There was no entry. So price is currently going to retest on this one. There was no entry. It would have been a nice trade setup. So I'm very sure it's going to come to the daily resistance level. Price is really moving well. That's why I love GBP USD. When it is moving, it is moving. But there was no entry. Let me check. Wow. So USD CHF2 is also playing out. Damn, what's going on? USD CHF2 is also playing out. So I think that you're having volume market. The market has come to normal. The market has come to normal. So with this trade, you are going to wait. Even if the 30-minute candle close, I don't want to. Yeah. So the best thing we can do is to wait for. Let's wait for the H1 candle to close. I'm kind of reserved. So now the wick has failed. You get it? The wick has been filled. Price has broken through the zone. The wick has been filled now. This wick has been filled by price now. It would have been better if it's pulled back and trend will continue. It would have been better that way. So you see, price respects trends. Okay, so you just have to set yourself on a position that you are just going to take advantage of the move of the market. Okay, but so sometimes it will just present a textbook entry for you. That's the difficult part of trading. Sometimes the market is just going to give you a textbook trade, something that is you are not going to even think twice, and you just execute it. You just execute it. But sometimes too, the entry is going to be very difficult, like what is happening over here. Price has broken out, you get it. The other time frames are in bullish trend. Price has broken out, get it. But now look at how the candle is closing. See how the candle closed? It gave us what? A long upper wick, okay? And now this candle has filled the wick. If you move to H1 time frames, we're having a lot of rejection candles. A lot of rejection candle. Price has pulled back, broken out from the zone. You get it? Price has pulled back, broken out from the zone. It's kind of very difficult to enter. It's kind of very difficult. Unlike some of the trade like this, sometimes, so this is a textbook trade. You just break, retest, execute. This is just a textbook trade, break, retest, like the same thing that happened the other time we executed. So this trade is the same thing, is the same trade we entered last Friday. Is the same trade we entered last Friday. So this same trade is the same trade over here. By tapping it forward, later what? Made a red test, broke out, change a shift a structure, and what? Trend continuation. So I'm going to wait for the H1 candle to close. It's kind of difficult. So we're having the zone over here is very, we're having a wider zone. I think 30 something pips. We're having a wider zone. So sometimes the market can be difficult when it comes to execution. You need to think to make a decision. And one thing you need to understand, today is Monday, so we don't have to, and we're having a lot of bank holidays too. So we just have to be patient and do the right things. You just have to be patient and do the right thing. The market is going to head up through this zone, but as to how it is going to make how it is going to how that thing is going to happen is a problem now. So you see, the candle has been rejected. You get it? It has been rejected by the levels. The candle has been rejected by the levels. The candle has been rejected by the levels. So we are waiting. I'm just going to wait for the H1 candle to close. So I'm going to wait for the H1 candle to close, because we're having a lot of rejection candles over here, which is not going to be advisable. So let me check GBP USD. Didn't really check it well. Didn't see it well. So I think the zone has been filled, but the zone wasn't wide. By looking at it, so maybe if you got this point is going to be your stop loss 11 pips. So it's kind of 1 to 5 there. I didn't even check it well. I didn't check it early. Or I didn't see it. So moving to the H1. So I think the H1 gave the entry. But the entry, even with the entry, it would have been a very low price. Price would have been very low. It would have been very, very low. So as I'm saying, sometimes the market will just give you a textbook trade, like something you've been seeing it's usual. Sometimes too, it will be very difficult when it comes to the entry. So this one, for instance, so both GBP USD and USD CHF, getting the entry has become very like the entry would have been very difficult. The entry would have been very difficult. You get it? The entry would have been very difficult. They are all pointing up. So as I said, we are going to wait for USD CHF to what? We are going to wait for. So the level has been rejected. Like price has gotten rejected by the level. Price has gotten rejected by the level. So what I would love to describe behind it. Morning. Ayo. What's my name? What's up, So the entry has become very difficult. So let's move to GBP JPY. Let me check USD cards since some people are lovers of GBP. Wow, so the zone has been filled. The zone has been filled. The way the previous candle close wasn't good. The zone has been filled. So I'm expecting price might come down further to the side. That's what I'm projecting. Price might come down further to the side. That was what I was projecting. So it's looking good. So it's even open with a gap. It's open with a gap. Okay, I think it got filled, but just. So I'm expecting price to get to this side. So you see the setup, your system works, but sometimes the market conditions. So this is one of my favorite trade setup. But what happens is what? Because of how the H4 closed, because of how the H4 candle closed. So I'm not interested in that. The way the H4 candle closed was the problem. The previous H4 candle closed. So what I was expecting it to happen, let me show you my favorite trade setup. The candle has broken. Okay, the candle has broken. So this was one of my favorites. So let's say like this. So this is the zone. Made a retracement. Made a retracement, and what? The candle will close. You are going to have some small bearish candle. That's the pullback. You get it? So when it happens like this, my next entry, this point is going to be my entry. This is what I was expecting it to happen. You get it? Price has broken out from the zone. Price has broken out from the zone. Made a retest. Okay, created a resistance. If price has created a support, price has created a resistance. What are you expecting? A trend continuation to the next level. So this is what this my favorite trade setup. Then what? The next candle is going to continue. So like what's happening over here? So the same thing happened over here. The same thing happened over here. You can see this one. So this is my A plus. So with this trade, I can like I can risk high on this trade. I can risk high on this trade. The same thing happens to over here. You guys can see it created a support trend continuation. So this is one of my, but when it comes to breakout entry is the most difficult thing to, like, breakout entry is really difficult to, when it comes to breakout entry. So what is happening on USD CHF is a breakout entry, and what's happening on GBP USD this morning is a break and retest entry. So oh Charlie, I didn't get the entry. This morning would have been a nice trade. I would have gotten a nice trade setup, but the entry wasn't there. That's the problem. I didn't even see it early. I didn't see it early. The entry wasn't there. The entry wasn't there. The entry wasn't there. If you move to the H1 time frame, you get it. Price has broken, made a rate test. So at least we are expecting what? A bearish candle. Okay, we are expecting the candle to give us a first hand, because the previous candle is what? The previous candle is a bullish candle. So at least we should see a first hand of price. The candle should engulf it. So even though it has engulfed it, but one thing we need to understand is what the candle didn't close. Mostly we need to wait for candle closure. Okay, we need to wait for a candle closure. So the reason why I'm saying we need to wait for a candle closure, if you check this candle, we can see this candle broke the previous candle tip. You might think price is going to continue up, and what happened? It just retraced back. So that's why I always emphasize on wait for candle to close, wait for candle to close. Okay, so you can get faked out if you don't wait for the candle to close. So the best entry, even though H1 has broken out, made a red test. So we were expecting what? We were expecting maybe a bearish candle. We were expecting price to give us a bearish candle. Okay, then we will take the continuation of the trend, or either a bearish candle or what? A market structure. Okay, either a bearish candle or a market structure, then we take the continuation of the move. But it happens like it's moved very fast. So it's part of the game. You just have to reanalyze it, so that next time when it happens, you just take advantage of it. So I'm pretty sure price is going to head to this side, because if you check the daily time frame, it's the same. The daily time frame is having a strong zone. So I'm very sure price might head out to this side. This zone might be broken, and price will head up to this side. So it's just part of the game. You sometimes lose it. You sometimes miss some of the trades. Okay, so USD CHF. When it comes to USD CHF, price is currently high. Price is currently high. So let me check the H4 time frame. Price is currently high. So you see, with the way I trade, with the way I see the market, if you get a trade and the trade is moving in your favor, you are going to get big pips. Okay, you are going to get big pips. That's what you need to understand. You're going to get big moves in the market. So Friday, if you are still in the trade, you would have gotten like one to two by now. More than 1 to 2. Price has moved like 50 pips. Yeah, so it's part of the game. So the way where price is currently, price is very high. You get it. So mostly when it comes to breakout entries, when it comes to breakout entries, you need to be very, very careful with breakout entry. So last Friday was a break and retest. Okay, I normally love break and retest entry as compared to breakout, even though I've been getting some of the breakout entries for the past trades that I've been taking. I've been getting breakout entry. So with breakout entry, I don't want the candle to break the zone to extent that it is very high. I don't want it that way. But my favorite or my preferable trade setup is what break and retest. So when price has broken out, made a retest, giving us what a support or a resistance, then I'll take the continuation. That's my favorite. I'm very confident when it comes to such entry. You get it? I'm very, very confident when it comes to taking an entry like this. So this one broke out. This one broke out, made a retest, and what? It gave us a support. You get it? So that's why I executed over here, and price came down before it started moving in our favor. So these are some of the trade setups that I normally prefer taking. Then price what will take over. But when it comes to breakouts, if you are not careful, we are going to be in the pullback. Like price is going to pull back. You are going to be in what? Drawdown before price will start taking off. You get it? Before price will like the market will start taking off. So I'm very patient when it comes to breakouts. I normally prefer a break and retest. So this one, there was a breakout, a retest. Okay, a breakout, there was a retest. This one too, there was a breakout, price made a retest. So if you look at the past trace, price made a retest before we took the entry. So now I'm very careful when it comes to a breakout entry. So price has gotten rejected by the H4 level. Price has gotten rejected by the H4 support. So let's wait for the lending open and see if price is going to give us an opportunity. So all the trades that I've been taking in the past is break and retest. So this one was a breakout. There was a breakout and price made a retest. And even if price breakout, one thing I'm expecting is what? I don't want the candle to break it very high. Okay, so if there was a zone over here, I don't want price to what? Maybe break like this, and it will leave a long upper wick. If it is price is above, I don't want price to leave a long upper wick like this. I don't want price to leave a long upper wick like this. I normally love to what? If price has broken out like this, I just want to see maybe a short, some small upper wick. Okay, with this one, it's going to give you the opportunity to what? You can get a chance to what? Enter. Okay, you can get a chance to enter. But if price gives something like this, it's going to be very difficult. So when it happens like this, what you can do is what? Just go to the lower time frames and what? Expecting the wick to be filled. Like what is happening on USD CHF this morning. What is happening on USD CHF? Price gave us a long upper wick, and see how the candles are doing at this moment. You get this? So all these are the things that I normally look for. So sometimes it's very difficult. Price become very complex when it comes to trade execution, but sometimes it become very simple. So this one, for instance, if you are looking at this one, I took a breakout entry over here. But what happened is what price gave us the body of the candle wasn't far from the area of interest. You get it? So I think I had the opportunity to what? Enter a buy over here. I got the opportunity to enter a buy. It was a breakout entry. Price gave an opportunity. It wasn't far from the area of interest. We entered a buy. I think most of my trades are breakout. Yeah, so most of the trades are breakout entries. Most of the trade, this one was a breakout entry. Yeah, most of the trades are breakout entries. Only few ones. So this morning, GBP USD really presented a great opportunity, but I didn't even check it fast. I didn't see it. It really presented a great opportunity. Wow. So the 50-minute candle has closed. It has broken out. It has broken out from the zone. Yeah, so currently price is high. Okay. So when price broke out, even though it was given a 9 setup, price broke out, made a red test. But the way the candle closed, you get it? The way the candle, the upcoming, I was expecting it to what? Give us a hand. Okay, you don't have to enter impulsively as price hasn't closed. So we needed price to give us a hand. You see this one, the low of the candle has been broken. The low of the previous candle has been broken. So I was expecting this one to also what? To close. Then we can take the buy. That's what I was planning of. But it happened. It has really taken off very fast. That was something that I was looking after too. So let's look at gold and see what's happening before the H1 candle close. We are going to make a decision when the H1 candle close. So currently on gold, the daily time frame is on a support. So the daily time frame, so price has gotten to a strong area of interest. The daily price has currently gotten to what? This strong area of interest. So you see the same level that the weekly time frame got rejected is the same level that we're having it on the daily time frame. So the daily trend is what? A down trend. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Price has made a pullback. So this is what I was talking about. You get it. Price just broke out, made a pullback and retested. Trend continuation to the next zone. So this is my favorite trade setup. You get it. This is my favorite trade setup. Price broke out from a consolidation, made a retest, created a support. Then what? The trend will going to continue. So it's the same thing that happened on gold. Price has broken out from the zone, made a retest. What are you expecting? A trend continuation of the zone. So that was what I'm expecting it to happen. So price has currently created a resistance too. So if you move to the H4 time frame, so price is close to the area of interest. You get it? Price is currently close to the area of interest. So one thing is what I'm expecting price to maybe to get rejected, move to this side. Price might what? Move to this side. Yeah, so this trade, so this is one thing I don't like about gold. I remember I saw this move. Let me do everything again. I remember I saw this move the other time. That was last Friday or so, but it's happened. The move happened around pre-lending session or so. Yeah, so price, this is the daily time frame. Price created a support over here. Yeah, I think this candle was in there. So this is the point price created a support, moved. Okay, so if you move, price has what? Broken out, made a retest. So this kind of trades you don't normally or you don't usually get them, but if you get them, it's like the chances or the probability of it failing is very low. Price has made a retest. Okay, this was last Friday, but it happened. I saw it, but it happened pre-lending session. Okay, around 6 a.m. GMT there. So price retested on this one. This trade doesn't come more often, but if it comes, then it's going to bless you. Price created a support over here. It's created a support over here. You get it? It's created a support over here at the H4 time frame. So the moment this candle close, this point is going to be the entry, because if you look at the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame is a downtrend. Price broken out, made a rate test. It has rate tested on what? The key level. Okay, it has rate tested on a key level. So what are you expecting? A bearish candle has opened. You get it? So you are expecting a continuation. So the moment this one will break, the low will break, you take it, you put your stop loss beneath structure level. You get it? By it happened, that's one thing I don't like about gold. Gold will just pull back. You're supposed to move straight to this side, but gold will just pull back and sometimes stop you out from where you projected price to be moving to. So I'm expecting a continuation of the move. I'm expecting a continuation of the move. I'm expecting price to. So we have some small zone for price to get filled. So I'm expecting price to fill this zone, get to this side before it will continue. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So we need to be very patient. So if you are a scalper, you can take advantage of this sell, but you need to wait for an entry. So when you come to the lower time frame, you're having a lot of consolidations. Okay, so you just have to find an entry. But anytime you are taking a position, you need to make sure you are taking a position on what? A strong area of interest. You get it? You need to make sure you are taking a position on a strong area of interest. Okay, you can't take a trade on what? A weaker levels, like weaker time frame levels. It's going to be very bad for you. So USD CHF has spiked off, it has taken off. Wow. So you see, you just need to what? Understand. So the way I trade, my strategy works like it works very well. Get it? It's only few times that it's going to fail. So imagine if you had a trade, because if you move to the weekly time, so last time I was really surprised the trade failed. If you move to the weekly time frame, price is an uptrend. Daily time frame, price is an uptrend, made a pullback. Okay, trend continuation. So if you move to the H4 time frame too, if you move to the H4 time frame, price are what? Broken out, made a rate test. What are you expecting? So I think I love the way USD CHF moves. I'm really in love with USD CHF. See how it has moved. See, there was no news event, so let me check the news. There was no unexpected news event too. There was no unexpected news event. There's no unexpected news event. Price has really moved well. So with this one, what we can do, so price has already taken off, price has broken out from the zone. You get it? So one thing we can do is to wait for the rate test. Okay, you wait for rate test. So what can happen now is when price has what? Broken out, made a rate test. Okay, like what I was saying, then because now price has already taken off, we can't take the buy now. You get it? We can't take the buy now. So we were looking for a buy, but there was no opportunity for a buy. There was no opportunity for a buy, because if you say you are going to take an wow, so sometimes when you see some of the moves, you go crazy. You go crazy. Charlie, I love the pair. I love the nature of this pair. USD CHF, I love the nature of this. It's consolidates. It likes consolidate, but when it consolidates and it is taking off, it really moves nice. I love the way it moves. One day, this pair is going to bless me. One day, I know. I need to have time and backtest this pair. I need to have time and backtest it. So when it comes to breakout is very sometimes it's very difficult. You need to calculate. You need to be very calculative. Should I say
Yeah,
calculate?
mentor.
Yo, Brenny.
Yeah, like what I've noticed about the pair is like break and retest don't really happen on it.
I've not back.
Yeah.
So what normally happens?
No, like the breakout entry.
It doesn't happen normally on it.
Yeah.
It's
like
not
on all that that happening is the
retest.
breakout entry.
The breakout.
No. The breakout. The breakout.
I've not back tested it. Why I did a back test on it?
Yeah, I was doing it on it. That's in yesterday's like so. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing. And when it's breaking out, it break out with like very like
high volume.
Big momentum, yeah. So we've missed.
So far, the trade I've seen it happening on it is this one. But I've not done a back test on it. I've not done a back test on it. But it moves. So like as you check the breakout, does it normally give an opportunity to enter? I need to back test this pair maybe.
So it doesn't really give opportunity unless you enter aggressively.
No, which is very bad.
Unless you enter aggressively. Because it's I believe in some weeks, and the weeks are kind of long.
Yeah, this one like this, I was expecting the H1 to give some small bullish candle. Then maybe I'll go in aggressively, but it happened. The breakout was kind of. But I'll try and back test it and see how it works too. I'll try and back test it.
Alright.
But it moves well. The way it moves, it gives a lot of.
Very well. It moves really well.
So we just missed the moment. So this trade like this, unless you wanted to be an aggressive, then you just forget about the zones, then you take the buy. Yeah, so the GBP USD2 has gotten rejected by the level. The level is just rejecting it. So one thing I've noticed is what of late, if I get a trade, I'm not going to set take profit. I'm just going to, because sometimes the trade will move very well that it's even going to break the points you targeted this thing. But I'll be having the projection where I want to exit the trade, but take profits, I'm not going to set take profit. Because now I'm going to maximize a lot for my winning trades. So the week I just started, so even though you're having one or two mysteries and other stuff, but I'm very sure the way this one has broken out, you get it. The way this one has broken out, we are going to be having the same pullback. So if it happens, it break out to this end, we are going to be having a pullback because you're having a lot of consolidation over here. And if it happens, it gives us an opportunity, then it won't be bad. If it happens, it gives us an opportunity, then it won't be bad. Why the lending open has started? Okay. So lending, maybe lending open to is going to. So now we can't enter a buy. Price is you are supposed to buy at a lower price and sell at a very high price. Currently, price is very high. We can't enter a buy now. Price is currently very, very at a highest price, at a highest level. We can't enter a buy. So the lending session has opened. So if you are saying you are going to enter a buy over here, you are in the middle of the range and price can pull back. You can just be in a deep drawdown. So I'm expecting price to move to this side and make a rate test. You get it? I'm expecting price to move to this side and make a rate test before. So we need to end the losing streak this week by getting a winning trade. We need to end it. So GBP USD is really moving very well. So when you see setups like this, it gives you hope that so you need to understand no matter what you are going to get, a trade is going to give you a textbook trade, and you just execute it. So what is done on you is just to be patient. That's all. That's all what is done on you, to be patient. So price, as I said, price has just broken out from the zone. This trade would have been a nice trade. I didn't even check it. Like my focus when I came to the chart, my focus was on USD CHF. I never knew like something of this sort is happening on GBP USD. I never checked. I didn't see. But Brenny, did you see the GBP USD setup?
Yesterday I analyzed like Euro USD. So I saw our opportunity on Euro USD. So but I didn't check it on the GBP USD, but
The same pattern.
That is
The zone.
Any big range. It's very small range too, and that's why I ignore it. On the Euro USD, yeah.
We still choose this pair.
So I feel like the move
We are still choosing this pair. You don't give up.
But the range is small.
Still don't give up on the pair. Okay. So this is a break and retest entry. There's a break and retest. You calculate the pip range on this one, and it will be like 5 pips. Okay, we are having momentum. Yeah, we are having momentum. That's momentum. Yeah, so maybe this week we might get uh the way this one has just break out and go, we might get it might pull back again and created the support I'm talking about, because we're having a strong area of interest over here. So this one has already broken. We're having a strong area of interest, support. So I'm very sure price will just come and retest on this one, then the trend will continue. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. Mm. Breakout normally happens in the market, but that's not my favorite one. I normally like break and retest. Break and retest is my thing, not a breakout. Wow, the move is massive. It's really massive. So even if the H1, there was an opportunity on H1. So normally this is how I enter. I remember I entered the one breakout in GBP. Good morning, Patrick. How are you? How is uh, Patrick MC? I remember I entered one breakout entry at this side. Yeah. So this one, yeah. So this one was kind of aggressive. So we entered at the 30 minutes. The trade didn't go as expected. Yeah, so we entered around the side. So some of the breakout trades are going to be very complex. So this one was a breakout. This one was a breakout. Price broke out. So the entry was around. So normally break and retest is the best way. So no, people call it the break and retest. Normally people call it head and shoulders and other names. So this one you had a breakout. So this is what I was expecting it to happen on. What do you call it? USD CHF. You see, as the H4 gave us a wick, as the H4 gave us a wick like this, broken out, giving us a wick. So I'm expecting the H1 to make a pullback. So I was expecting the H1 to make a pullback like this. Then I'll enter the buy. This is what I was expecting it to happen. Then I'll enter a buy. Yeah. This is what I was expecting it to happen on. I was expecting it to happen on GBP. Sorry, USD. This is a break type of breakout. So price broke out at the H4. The H1 has made a pullback. Even though USD made a pullback, but I was expecting like a support to be created, like how it has formed over here. So it's the same thing over here. Yeah, so it's the same thing. When it comes to the H1, it's that one to made broke out, made a retest. So we're expecting what, a bullish candle to be formed, then we take the continuation. But this one, it's happened, the bullish candle didn't form. We never had the bullish candle forming. You get it? We never had the bullish, it just straight up to that side. Because this one has broken out, taking the flip, 17 pips. Yeah. Because when you check, if you check the H1 time frame, you had a lot of rejection. So now what I'll be expecting it to happen is to wait for a pullback. What I'll be expecting it to happen is what? Is for it to pull back. Then we take the continuation of the trend. That's what I will be expecting it to happen. So moving to USD card. The USD card, on USD card, the monthly time frame, price has created a support over here. On the weekly time frame, price is still an uptrend, giving us a support. On the daily time frame, so it's kind of just consolidating, ranging around the same place. Price is currently ranging, just consolidating. So if you can check this previous candle, it's retested on this resistance level. Just retested on this resistance level. Price retested on this resistance level. And looking at it, the previous candle dip has also been broken. So for you to go for a buy, I think you need to wait for the candle to close. You need to wait for the candle to close. The structure doesn't look good for even take an entry on USD card. Kind of consolidating. The zone 2, looking at the zone at the top is kind of wide. $17 pips. Yeah, so this morning I've really missed. The market has really what. So this one like this, the way it has closed like this, it's going to continue up. The uptrend is going to continue. I remember last time the trade we entered, the same thing happened. It just made a pullback and the trend continued. So I'm very sure price is going to continue to the side, to the next zone, by just making a pullback. Yeah, so as I said, the week has just started, so we need to take it slow. The market is having more opportunities for us. But today would have been a nice day for GBP USD. Would have been a nice day. I didn't check. I didn't look at it. I was my focus or my attention was on USD CHF. My attention wasn't on GBP USD. That's my favorite pair too. That's my favorite pair too, and it has really moved well this morning. It has really moved very, very well. So we are hoping maybe this week too there was going to be an opportunity, because mostly price normally breaks out from zones when you're having strong area of, like when you're having a lot of fundamentals or a lot of news events. Yeah, so tomorrow, this is unemployment benefit. The amount can't change. Like mostly unemployment benefit. Is it going to bring in any high impact? If it happens, it brings in a. We need like we need high impact news for it to break through the zone. So CPI might do the work. CPI might break through the zones, might clear out the zones, and what Thursday to Thursday, yeah. So Thursday might CPI might be clearing the zones, giving us a better zones, and what we get a trade. So this trade would have been the nice trade for the week. This move, a nice break and retest, a nice break and retest. But when you move to H4 gave us a nice opportunity, but there was no entry. So moving to the M32, I think the M32 was there was no entry. Yeah, but I think the entry should have been here. Would have gotten the entry over here. But the best is what should have waited for the candle to close. So we just missed the trade. We just missed the trade. And USD CHF too, we just missed the trade. Just moved before us. Yeah, so sometimes it's part of it. Sometimes it becomes very difficult when it comes to trade executions, and so see how it has moved. Imagine we had a trade over here. Imagine you had a trade over here and you are still in the trade. The market would have moved like 53 pips. The market would have given us 53 pips. Yeah, so now what you are going to be expecting, what I would love to see on USD CHF is to wait for price to what? Is to wait for price to break out, as the retest can happen in the middle of the range. Sometimes it can happen in the middle of the range. So I would love to see the bearish candle. Okay, I would love to see a bearish candle. I would love to see a bearish candle. Then I would take the flip. That's what I would love to see. I would love to what, but after we are having bank holiday today, so it's not going to be. It's not advisable to be trading during bank holidays. Okay, so what happened during bank holidays is what you are going to be having a high commission, or when it comes to charges on the trade you are going to execute, you are going to be charged very with a high, as in the charges is going to be very high. So it's not advisable to be trading during that time. I'm not saying price doesn't move, candles doesn't move. Candles moves during that time, price move during those times, but it's not advisable to be trading during that time because a lot of people are not going to be trading. Okay, a lot of people are not going to be trading, and banks are the people that moves the exchange rate. So if banks are not trading, why do you want to trade? They move price. So if they are not trading, why do you want to trade? So price will be moving, but it's not going to be as massive as compared to. It's not going to be as massive as compared to like if the banks are available. Okay, so sometimes you can be getting some spikes in this thing, but the best way is what trade with the banks. So charges are going to be very high. The expenses you are going to incur when you execute a trade is going to be very high because it's US bank holiday and we're having Canadian bank holiday. So we are going to wow USDCHF. 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 So it has really moved. Yeah, so as I'm saying, when it comes to bank holidays, what's the position of gold? Yeah, so Patrick, I didn't get any link. Why you sent me a link? I didn't get any link. Yeah, so my prediction on gold is what? Gold is already in a downtrend, so you just have to continue selling. Gold is in a downtrend, so you just have to sell. The daily is a downtrend, H4 is a downtrend, so you just have to continue selling. But it's currently heading towards what? A strong rejectional level. So the pip range is what? The pip range is around 100 pips. Wow, gold is crazy. The pip range is 100 pips, so you can just find an opportunity and what? Take advantage of this range. Yeah, so when it comes to bank holidays, what I was saying, you are going to be experiencing sometimes you can get a nice trade setups. But one thing is what since people are not participating in the market, you are going to be experiencing consolidation. So as I said, wow, this morning would have been a nice. My price decided there because the range was not that big. That's why price got the opportunity to. So as I said, it's going to fill the daily range. Just going to fill the daily range. It was a nice opportunity. It was a nice opportunity. It was a nice opportunity to take a sell. But entry, the price has given us this one. The entry wasn't there. Moving to the H1 time frame. Even though H1 time frame is a downtrend, but we needed a confirmation candle. You can't just take an impulse move like this. You needed a confirmation candle. The H1 was looking very good. You get it? H1 was looking very good. So I think it's kind of It's kind of the same thing. Yeah. So this trade, for instance, it's kind of the same thing. So we needed a bearish candle to form. We needed a bearish candle to form. Then we take the continuation. That was exactly what I was expecting it to happen. But this one, it just happened, boom, then it continued down. So that's not the best way to. M32 didn't give us any opportunity like that. The M32 didn't give an opportunity because the candle, we needed a candle to close, a bearish candle to close for us to know the trend is going to continue down. That's what we needed to see. We wanted to see on the chart. You get it? That's what we wanted to see on the chart. But it happened, they all just, I don't know whether there was a volume or something. It just happened. Okay, it just happened. So I think it has moved pretty well. The target without. So it's close to 1 to 4. Close to 1 to 4, which is a good risk to reward. Close to 1 to 4. Price has currently moved like 1 to close to 1 to 3 now. Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes you miss some of the trades, so you just have to learn from it. Since you have an idea of where price is going to go, I always say if you have an idea of where price is going to go and it moves accordingly, then you need to understand that you are on the right point. So USD CHF is just moving. I don't know, just moving. USD CHF is just moving like that. Yeah, so it did what it did. Is it? So we came to the market to hunt for an opportunity to, according to the way we trade, we just miss all the moves. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. Because no. So the 30-minute candle will close very soon. I think so. You've just missed all the opportunities. You didn't get any opportunity today. This would have been the nice trade we could have been in, but I think there was no entry for them. There was no entry. So yeah, it wasn't in the trading plan, so we didn't miss it. Yeah, it wasn't in your trading plan. Since it's not in your trading plan, you don't miss it. So price has broken, just made a retest, but the lower time frames didn't give an opportunity. It just took off. Price just took off. You were expecting a bearish candle, then we take the continuation, a bearish candle, then we take by price was supposed to, because if you look at the previous candle closed what, a bullish candle. It is giving, it's not giving you a sell signal. You need a sell indicator for you to take a sell. That's what you need to look for. But this happened at what, because if you look at the previous candle at the M30, it has closing above, you get it, it has closing above the M30 candle. So what mostly happens is what, you need to wait for the closure of the candle. Now it has broken above, it has closing the below, it has closing the top wick and the lower wick. So you need the candle to close, settle down before we take the continuation of the trend. That would be the best way to go by this trade. That would be the best way to go by this trade. But it happened, it just took off. I didn't even see, my concentration was on the USD CHF. I was also waiting for, so it just took off. So imagine Friday. So you see, one thing I've done this thing for a very long time. One thing I've noticed is what, if you are very calm, no matter what, an opportunity will come. If you are very calm, opportunity will definitely come to you. Opportunity will definitely come to you. So imagine you are still in the trade. Imagine you are still in the trade. Imagine you are still in the trade. So I'm even wondering, Patrick MC, I'm even wondering why we can't send a chat on the stream. I'm even wondering why you can't send a chat. I want to check it out, but I'm finding very difficult to even retrieve it. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I'll be able to send something. Wow, USD CHF. USD CHF. So Patrick MC sent a chat for me to. So you just send the chat. What are you expecting from the chat? Like what do you want me to see? What do you want me to see? So why did you enter the bar? You didn't say anything. So how am I going to know? You have to write something on the chat. You just brought out, pull up the risk to reward tool. What do you want me to, how do you want me to analyze this chart? So even this one was, I think, was it on Friday or something? Wow, USD CHF, crazy move, crazy move. So this one too, there was no entry. There was no entry. You don't have to be an aggressive. So we came to the chart looking for a buy, but it happened what? We never get an entry. Right? So trading is not easy. It's very difficult, especially it's not difficult, but the patient waiting for the right things to happen normally takes some time before it will align. That's the most difficult part of trading. Waiting for like the textbook trades to align. That's the most difficult. Imagine like you are aware of this move. As we came to the chart, we were looking for a buy, and it happened. What we just missed the move. We just missed the move. So the patient waiting for that time is the most difficult thing. Waiting for that time for the trade to happen is the most difficult thing when it comes to trading. The move is crazy.
Okay, mentor, I'm off to work.
Okay,
Today, yeah.
yeah, I'll even close very, very soon. I'm just looking at the move.
Okay, then bye.
All right. Yeah, so we just missed all the moves. We just missed all the moves. So now what I'll be waiting for is what? Just a pullback. I would love to see a pullback. You get it? I would love to see a pullback, then I'll go in for a buy. That's what I would love to see. So Patrick MC, anytime you send a chat, kindly write something on it. What are you looking up to? What do you want to see for price to have? Like, what do you want to see on the chart? Those are the things that you need to be indicating it on the chart. You get it? Those are the things you need to indicate on the chart. So the black line is the weekly level, which has been broken, and the blue is the daily, which has been broken to the down to, and the F, which is the red line out. Yeah, so even this one, this is the past data. This has already happened. The move has already taken off. The move has already taken off. And even as you were selling around this side, I don't know what you were looking for. Is it, do you trade on fair value or what? I don't know what you were looking out to. Do you trade on fair value? Do you use fair value? The two line is our stop loss, and yes, I trade on fair. Yeah, so as I saw your chart, this point, the way you where you place the support or the resistance level drew my attention to that fair value things you people have been doing. The price is too. All right, so I think I will call it a day over here because there's nothing promising on the chart. The moves has already happened. So now I'll be waiting for a pullback. So you sent another chart. The USD chart image by I'm not able to open the chart. So kindly write what you need to indicate what you are expecting from the chart. You can't just give me the risk to reward and everyone can be doing that thing. You get it? You need to write what you are expecting on the chart. You can't just type the risk. Alright, so guys, I think there was nothing promising for us to take. So I'll just call it a day over here. Today is Monday and we're having bank holidays too. So you need to trade safe, be careful, don't be aggressive, don't be in the market all over. So as the price has broken out this week, I'm very sure price is going to either tomorrow we are going to be having a rate test, then we take the continuation. So you will surely get this move again. All right, so see you all tomorrow, same time. Bye bye.